he's also has this new Tesla humanoid robot that he is selling for, I believe, $20,000 to $30,000, depending on the particular model that you get, that is basically doing chores around your house, like folding the laundry, babysitting,
co-hosting,
keeping lonely ass men company like my ass company. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're literally robots that are talking, walking, moving, taking care of chores around the house, literally watching your children.
Right.
It's crazy. It's genius, but also scary at the same time, right? Like what technology has done and what his brilliant mind is able. We all know what he did with the cars, and it just keeps morphing and just keeps going into higher stratosphere in terms of what he's doing with technology right now. So I guess my question to you is, what do you think about this new humanoid robot? And would you spend 20 to 30 grand on one of these robots to keep you company, to take care of your children if you have them, or do your laundry, like babysit the kids? Like, what do you think about the idea, and would you purchase one of them?
Yeah, I would definitely purchase one. Even I'd purchase it and then figure out what I would do with it. But to have a robot that's like that engaging, that's that human-like, yeah, I would, like, how do you not, man? Like, I got an iPhone. It just seems like the natural progression of things, right? right. Get iPhone, get a robot, right? Like you know what I mean?
That's true.
I mean, why not? Quite honestly, I think the robot's cheaper at this point. 30,000 cheaper than the iPhone, right?
That is true. That is true.
But yeah, hell yeah, I would get that. Now, like I said, I'd figure it out later what I would do with it. But to have that, and I'm not concerned about technology. Where it's going, AI. I've seen all the movies. I believe those movies, you know, those science fiction movies where robots take over and all that stuff. And let me qualify that. When I say I believe it, it may not happen in our time, but I think sometimes I wonder if it's possible for man to imagine something that has no possibility of ever existing. Like it seems like, if it's no possibility of it ever existing, how is man capable of thinking or imagining it? So if we go the other way, if it's possible that he can, then it's possible that it can happen, right? Man thought he could fly when it was unreasonable to ever think that a man could fly or go into space or any of those things, right?
Yeah.
We did it all. We're doing it all.
Well, because you have those certain men out there in this world, like Elon, like Steve Jobs of his time, who have that futuristic way of thinking and can see in the future and thinking forward, and they can, a lot of us are not able to do that.
Right, but but time has shown us those people exist, right? Today's
not many of them.
Today it's Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Yesterday was the Wright brothers, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was whoever else, and so from that standpoint, they're all there. He's just someone that has the resources and the fortitude, the will to do it. So,
but if you were a single parent, right, and you had to go out to the job, and you just had to go in, and you had little Bobby and Susie at home, do you think that you would leave them home alone? 'Cause you got to go to the job, and it's a snow day, and they're home. Will you feel comfortable with leaving little Bobby and Susie alone with one of these Tesla humanoid robots? Because they're there to babysit as well. Would you use your robot like that?
Me personally, I don't think the technology is there yet, right? I think we're a ways from that. And I think it also
they're claiming that they're able to babysit.
Well, then let me say it this way. I think you really need to have a certain child for that, because I'm going to say the young version of K, the young version of K barely listened to his mama. He sure as hell wasn't going to listen to a robot. Right. That wouldn't have happened.
Okay.
So I think that the child, if you're one of those kids that's gonna, some of these kids, you give them a book, they sit at a table, they don't move for hours. Hey, maybe you can get away with having a robot kind of keep an eye on things and so on.
Okay.
I wasn't that kid, bro. So right, so that kid wouldn't work for me. So no, I'm not gonna sign up just yet to have Roboto watch the kids just yet. But I could see it eventually, maybe not in our lifetimes, but I can eventually see it getting to that point to where, it's just this, this experience to where these robots can actually function much more human-like. AI is showing us that these applications are getting more cognitive. I mean, computers can now beat us at chess. Remember the whole Watson thing?
Yeah.
Now it can do it. They can come up with multiple moves and stuff. So we'll see. I think it's exciting. I think most of the real cool, crazy stuff will probably be long after we move on.
Okay.
But it's exciting, man. I've never been one to shy away from technology and its advances. I'd say run towards it, embrace it, understand it, and be a part of it. Right? Like I don't want to be I never want history to reflect that I was one of the people that railed against a car and say I'll never give up my horse and buggy. You know what I mean? Like it's just nah.
Well, I mean, so you have the kids you have to worry about, but what cuffing season is coming up? November 1st. Is that cuffing season?
Yeah. Well, cuffing season runs from through November through February.
Damn. I'm running out of time, bro. All right. So I got to get on this. So do you think I should, in the meantime, if I don't find her by November 1st, should I call up Elon and see if I can get one of these robots to keep me company, even for just human interaction and conversation, because people are also buying them for human interaction, company. You might not have your friend over one night. You might not have your man, your lady, just for conversation, just to talk with and have human interaction with, to watch movies with. The robot could sit down on the couch with you and watch the Netflix and chill or whatever like that. Is that something that you would, if you didn't have a person?
Me?
Or you personally, if you didn't have your person, if you didn't have any friends, would you resort to bringing home one of these robots to just keep you company?
I was waiting for you to finish the question because I already knew the answer. Hell no, I'm not doing that. Wait, what the fuck? What are we talking about? Is that something you would do? Is that what you want to stick your peenie in a robot? Get electrocuted?
Well, first of all, you're going on a whole nother level.
Well,
I just said.
Well, you said spending company, and you
just spending company. You don't always have to stick your peenie in someone.
Jay, you started off by talking about cuffing season and seamlessly transitioned into a fucking robot. It ain't a big jump.
Cuffing season doesn't have to be sexual. Cuffing season is just about. It doesn't have to be sexual. It's just about.
That's exactly what that involves, bro. You're not going through the holidays without getting none. So stop it, bro.
Well, wait a minute. Didn't they have? Well, no, that's something else. Didn't they have like sex dolls back in the days? Like blow up dolls? I wouldn't talk about that.
What the fuck are you talking about, dog? You went from cuffing season into a robot. I responded to that. Now I'm the fucking one that's
you the crazy one. You got the dirty mind. But I prefaced the question just saying, would you like one of the robots just to keep you company? You went there on that whole sexual thing. I didn't go there.
Because you talked about the robot in the same...
Did I ask let me finish. Anything? Go ahead.
You talked about the robot in the same instance when you started talking about cuffing season. When you said, I don't have anyone, and then you began talking about cuffing season and then talking about a robot. Now the world understands cuffing season as booing up, right?
It's about having company.
No, you are not going to redefine cuffing season.
You don't even know what
the F it is.
There's different kinds of company.
No, there is not, Jay.
There are different kinds of company.
You are not going to repurpose. It is very specific, right? Pick up your phone and look at the urban terminology, meaning definition for it. That is what that is.
Did I ask you wanted a robot for cuffing season? Did I ask you that? I didn't ask you that.
You talked about cuffing season.
That was a lead-in.
All right, man. Like
I
the bobbing and weaving that this
it's
dude
not
does,
bobbing weaving.
the bobbing and weaving that this dude talks, like how you talk. Listen, it is not an outlandish leap for me
Yes.
to suggest that you were talking about dicking down Roboto because
I was not
you
talking-
started saying you started
Listen.
talking about cuffing season,
Okay.
and then seamlessly talked about having company with a robot. I said, weird, my man. Why were you going to put your peenie inside of a robot? Because you're talking about cuffing season and having companionship from a piece of fucking metal.
I'll tell you
that
why.
is not outlandish.
I will-
If it was not about that, then leave all the cuffing shit out.
No. I can bring cuffing in because cuffing does not have to be sexual. It's about just having company and watching a movie
That is
and
not.
talking.
That is
with.
not cuffing season. That is not. That is not what cuffing. That is not.
When
doing
I asked you the
cuffing
question, it
season
wasn't
for.
about
No, that
would
is
you
not.
have a robot so you can have sex with and stick your peenie in. I didn't ask you that. I just asked you.
No, but
would
you
you
are-
have? My
you are
question
trying to
was
read-
my
you are trying
specific.
to
No, I
read-
wasn't trying. That's
you're-
in your
you-
head.
You are trying to you're trying to repurpose cuffing. That
No.
So let's start there. That is not what it means. So as long as you have the wrong definition, you are then making the wrong association.
No.
Doesn't mean
weren't talking-
we can just
when you
watch
play
it.
this back,
Come on,
Doc.
man.
You heard my question, and when you play it back, you will say, "My question was, would you have one of these Tesla humanoid robots to keep you company and watch Netflix and just talk and stuff like that?" That was my question. I didn't talk about nothing about
in the context
peenie
of cuffing.
or nothing. I never saw that framing your dirty head.
In the context of cuffing. So right.
That's your
So
context.
stop it. So to answer your question,
Yes, would you?
No, I'm not you.
For company. No, I'm just company. Just answer
I'm
the
not
question.
you. Period. I'm not getting that for company.
For company. Okay.
It would be cool to have, like I said, like the same way I have the latest phone. I get a robot, or
Right.
if I have an e-car, or I got my e-bike, or I got my e-scooter, or any other electronic piece. That's what it is. All this companionship and company shit. That sad state of affairs that you're talking about, I don't know what the fuck that's all about,
Well,
bro.
listen, people have cats and have dogs to keep them company. They're not human beings, but they keep company. They have pets to do that. So what's wrong with doing with the robot?
Yeah,
Keep company.
Right.
Your mind's in the gutter, bro.
I'm never going to leave you alone with my toaster.
Okay.
I'm never going to listen. If I see you put your hand on my microwave, I'm calling the police. I don't like get the hell. What are you doing over there?
You're gonna hide the watermelon in your fridge?
Absolutely. You leave all my electronics alone, bro.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine.